Hello again, and welcome back to Scott Wanders World. Scott and Wanders World. The world of Scott and Wander. Fat Ugly One is back with another clueless beer review. Bullshit beer review. Fat man sits in the chair talking about the beer he's talking, drinking, whatever you want to call him. Entirely up to you. Or Scott and Wanders World, as it's mainly known. A couple of orders of business before we start off with today's show. Just me. That's all it is. It's just me. Don't need that today. Maybe later in the week. Over the weekend, ding ding, round one. Over the weekend, we surpassed 4,000 subscribers. So thank you very much to everybody that's subscribed, unsubscribed, thumbs up, thumbs down, shared. Well, done whatever you've done. I know the channel's changed a little bit over the years. Wander's come and gone, gone again. Sometimes she comes back, sometimes she goes again. But hopefully we've got a plan for Wander. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Hopefully she'll be back regularly doing something. So yeah, thank you ever so much. It was I didn't think we'd get 4 subscribers, let alone 4,000. So genuinely shocked and yeah, quite proud. So thank you very much. Apologise for the live last night, didn't happen for various reasons really. I've pushed it back, so we'll do something at some point, hopefully this week. Last video we put out was, I didn't realise that currently in Asda, not Asda's, because that would be associated dairies. Doesn't make any sense, does it? So yeah, Conor McGregor, the MMA superstar, UFC man, seems to divide opinion on by a lot of people. Some people think he's an absolute arsehole. Some people absolutely love him. I probably fall somewhere in the middle of that. Quite liked him. I liked his brash nature when he was building his fights up, but haven't really seen a great deal of it and stuff lately. So he's brought out his own stout, and it's called Forged. And it's an Irish stout. Obviously, it's a nitro. It says on the tin. Did a review the other day. Didn't mind it. Obviously, this is pitted against the absolute behemoth that is Guinness, owned by Diageo. Probably the biggest selling beer in the world. And when you say world famous, Guinness is world famous. There's no doubt. There's no two ways about it. So Guinness Draught out. Obviously, it's had a couple attempts to take its crown this year. First came the once mighty Brewdog with their Black Heart. I quite like Black Heart. I know that, again, it's a beer that sort of divides opinion because of who Brewdog were and who they are now, some of their business practices, all that fucking rubbish. As a stout itself, I think it's a half decent stout, and I actually thought it was better than Guinness. Personal choice. I get that the Guinness drinker out there, of which there's probably a few you're going to watch, won't have a bad word to say about Guinness, and I get that as well. It's not a beer I think is absolutely fantastic. I will have a Guinness if there's nothing else to drink, and it is a sessionable stout. So you've got Forged Irish Stout, which is, it's either from, I think it was brewed in the Black Forged Inn in Dublin. I think he's bought another brewery, so it can now be brewed there. 4.2 on the ABV. This one is obviously Guinness Draught, and this is 4.1 on the ABV. So there's a slight difference. I mean, it's negligible, 0.1 of a percentage of an ABV. No one's going to actually bother to notice. But I wondered how it, obviously this is pitted very much in this thing's ballpark. So I thought it'd be quite interesting to put the beer together and see how close they actually are. I don't have a Guinness glass. I've got a couple of tulip glasses that are going to do the job for me. Both nitro stouts, so they've both got the widget in them. both going to be dumped. Let's see how they get on. So we'll pour the forged in for. Before we go any further, really like the branding of the forged stout. I do think it stands out. One that said it doesn't. I kind of quite like it. The widget's a bit urgent. Obviously, with a nitro beer, you want to dump it as quick as you can into that glass. Gives you that lovely cascading effect. Rolling up the glass. I don't know if that's going to be seeable. I have my phone around, so I can't see myself. I don't like looking at myself because I like to talk to you, not to myself on the screen. Looks absolutely fab. Looks really nice, to be fair. So that's the forged on your right. Let's get the Guinness out. That was urgent as well. See what pour we're going to get from Guinness today. So instantly, before we even start, we've got a whole different ball game and cascading that's gone on for me. The forged cascaded quite quickly. The Guinness is going to take a little time to settle. So Guinness on your left, forged on the right. Let's just let them both settle for a minute or so. So say both 440ml cans. The forged obviously gives a slight more can real estate for the widget that's in the bottom. Be interested to see what type of widget it is. It is one of the ones in the bottom, because I know some of them used to have balls. So the Guinness is using a ball widget. That's using the one in the bottom. So they both settle down. And this is the beers in the glass. So to your right, we have a forged, and to your left, we have a Guinness Draught. And I'm going to say, from my light, they look nigh on identical. There's a little bit of light bleed at the bottom of both of them. So neither of them are jet black. The head is about the same height and consistency. I'd say Guinness is, you're not going to be able to see that. I'd say the Guinness is ever so slightly creamier and compact, but it is fractional. Stiff peaks. Now, could have made decent stiff peaks. They both make meringue style peaks. So, yeah, they're both, it's a draw so far for me. So, look wise, I'm gonna say it's a draw. Just knock a few bubbles off. They are clean glasses. So, I don't know what you think. Comments in the comments box. Both holding those peaks quite nicely. Let's go for aromas. You get that predominantly coffee for me. From this is the forged. There is some dark chocolate in there. Some roasted malt. Slight bitterness on the coming up from the aroma. This is obviously Guinness. For my, someone had to go at me for not blind tasting these. I'll do what I want on my channel. It's more subdued. Very similar. But for me, the Forged has got just a little bit more going on. And I mean just. It's not massive. It's not earth-shattering. Yeah. Fractional. For me, I'm going to give the aroma to the Forged, actually. Oh, the Guinness lovers are going to hate me. One man's opinion. Anyway, doesn't matter what it smells. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Price-wise, let's go back to price. Price-wise, I think it's £5 for four, £5.75 for four. Let's say you're 75p now. Oh, go for a taste. Cheers. Actually, I got a slight tobacco off of this one today. I didn't get that the other day. So there is a nice sort of roastedness to it. Coffee. A little bit of dark chocolate. I always find the nitro obviously knocks a bit of flavour out as well, which is always a bit sad. But that isn't too bad. I'd say that's better than the can I had the other day. I don't know if it's because it was chilled down even more. Brought it out about an hour ago. I don't know. So, this is the Guinness. Obviously, I'm not going to teach you to suck eggs. I mean, if you're watching this, you've probably had a Guinness anyway. So, anyway, let's go for this. They're very similar. Very similar. I think the nitro hides in both beers, especially in can, quite a thin beer. But it gives it that really creamy mouthfeel. So although you think you're getting a full creamy mouthfeel, it's actually quite a thin beer, but it's made to feel creamy by that nitro. Less roasted malt in the, almost next to no roasted malt in the Guinness. You get that coffee, a little bit of dark chocolate, some sort of dark fruit. But for me, this is the Forged is just doing a tiny bit more. When I say tiny bit, it is a tiny bit. There's just a little bit. It's just a little. It lingers around a little bit more for me on the taste buds. So on taste buds, when I taste, I am going to give it to the Forged, only just. It's not to say that that's horrendous, it's not. But I'm just getting more out of that. And obviously they're both still looking absolutely cracking in the glass. I say they are very, if you like Guinness, it's almost like a clone of it, to be fair. It's a very close clone as well. Both easy drinking. Obviously 4%, 4.1, 4.2%. You're not going to notice a difference in that anyway. Overall, I think I'm going to give it to the Forged. I'm not a massive Guinness drinker. I've never professed to be a massive Guinness drinker or Guinness lover. I like a Guinness every now and then. I'm not saying that's bad. I just think there's just slightly more going on. And like I said, it is a bit like the Black Heart. Just it's doing things. At the end of the day, this is never. It's not going to trouble it. It's not going to trouble it in any way, shape, or form. Guinness, no. They can brew the same beer for the next 1,000 years, and there's nothing going to touch it. But fair play to other companies coming along, at least having a go. For me, I'm going to give the winner by a fraction to a Nats knacker to the Forged Irish Stout. Probably get me some hate. But I'm just being honest. I like to pride myself on at least being that. I'm not going to sit and blow. I haven't blown smoke up its arse. I haven't said it's the best stout out there. I've done any. I'll let other people do that. For me, it's just a tiny bit better than the Guinness Draught. One man's opinion. What do you think? Have you tried both these beers? This one's available in Asda now. Box of 4 for £5.75. This one is available everywhere for around about a £5 a box, or you can get them singularly like I did. But yeah, it's very close. It is very close. It's not a landslide either way. They're both. Well, I mean, this is an institution, and this is. Well, he's a problem child. No, he wasn't the problem child, was he? The notorious one. So that's a notorious institution against a notorious one. But both decent. And so just for me, that edges it ever so slightly. Have you had both these beers? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Absolutely fine. Put your comments in the comments box either way. Always like to read your comments and reply to everyone that we can. If you haven't tried Forged, so it's available in Asda now. I'm assuming that's in the UK. I'm assuming that's going to roll out elsewhere. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. There's a subscribe button over there somewhere if you're that interested and like to boost the channel. Up to 5,000 would be nice. And me and Wanda, see you very soon. Have a great evening.